What's up, everybody? This your boy Big D, and welcome to my show, Kicking It with D. Today, my special guest is my homeboy, my producer, my cameraman, friend, schoolmate. Can't say classmate because I was a year before him, but nonetheless, still none other than the man, Scott Smash Gash.
Hello.
So today we're going to be talking about movies, not just any kind of movies. We're going to be talking about action movies. Are you a big action fan?
Oh yeah. Action is my genre. Actually, sci-fi action is my genre. I love sci-fi action.
Okay,
but I just love action in general.
Well, let's kick it off with a little sci-fi.
Sci-fi action.
Yeah, little sci-fi action. That's what I meant to say anyway. But
The Matrix Reloaded.
But you just gonna jump to the end?
No, Reloaded is the second one.
Well, I want to go to the first one.
Oh, the first one was on fire.
But
my favorite was the second.
The Matrix.
There was so much action in the second one. So much fighting.
There's a lot of action in the first one.
That's a lot of story.
Well, yeah, that's true.
The first one though, the second one, when they came in swinging.
I like Keanu Reeves when he did that. What would you call that move? The dodge the bullet.
Yeah.
The back bend.
Yeah.
The man, please. That's impossible. That's what I call it. That's a good name for it right there.
Yeah.
Listen, I know it's a step away from what you guys have already seen on my last video when I was coming from the Bible, and the topic was choices. I know it's a little lighter than that. So and that's what I plan. That's why it's called Kicking It with D. When you tune in with me, that's what it'll be. You'll be kicking it with me. But nonetheless,
I'm kicking it with them today.
So you might have a lot of those outbursts throughout the segment. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But just bear with us. But as you were saying about the Matrix,
that's one of the sci-fi action movies I like as far as action. It was nonstop with Jada with the fighting, and then old girl with the motorcycle and crashing into the thing and blowing up, and then with them fighting on the freeway on top of the truck, and then when they was fighting the twins and they kept disappearing and reappearing and disappearing, they couldn't cut them.
Now didn't you say? Well, no, you didn't say, but didn't Jada? This is outside the movie, but during this she broke her leg or something like that? And they had to postpone.
I don't know anything about her outside of movies because it's a little crazy. So I just try to.
Well, like during filming, didn't she break her leg?
I don't know. They say in movies break a leg though.
Okay, well, this is how she literally did. But that breaking the leg is not funny. I just want you to know we're not laughing at that. It's just him.
But speaking of action movies, not only was Matrix one, I also like the Lord of the Rings sci-fi action.
Lord of the Rings.
More adventure sci-fi action.
Now, for me, that had a lot of story. Now, you said it had a lot of action.
That had more story than any of them put together.
I mean, this movie right here was super long to me. It
was super duper long, and I still loved them.
This movie, would you say, what was the longest movie? Would you say Malcolm X or Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, because
I'm not going to, I don't know exactly, but,
But like you could actually go to the grocery store, shop, come back, throw a cookout, and Lord of the Rings still just be getting into the first part of the action. That's how I feel about it. That's how long the movie is to me. But am I exaggerating or am I telling the truth?
No, it's long.
It's a long movie.
But on top of that, sci-fi action, Star Wars.
Words. Excuse me. Star Wars. Great movie. I didn't really get into it until Return of the Jedi.
Wow.
That's when I started really liking it.
Wow. It took you a while, huh?
It took me a while.
My goodness.
But I tell you what, what was first? Empire Strikes Back?
Not even close, no.
What's Return of the Jedi? When does that fall into place?
No.
You got Star Wars?
Yep. New Hope.
No, I'm talking about the originals. When the original movies.
New Hope.
That was the second one?
That was the first one.
Well, that's what I didn't like. I didn't get into it then.
A New Hope. Then Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Then
I'm
Return
getting
of the
schooled.
Jedi.
I'm getting schooled, as you can tell. You know, it's been a while.
Then the Phantom Menace. Then Attack of the Clones.
Now, favorite fight scene
Revenge
for me.
of the Sith. Favorite fight?
The Darth Maul.
Oh yeah,
by
far.
That action scene right
versus
there was
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
Oh,
and he peeled both of them.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. Now even though Samuel L. died, I like him in his fight scenes too. He showed out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't like I liked his fight scenes in the animated version. It showed really how powerful he was.
Okay, so the movie didn't do it no justice. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
he was better than what the movie showed.
Okay,
because they're going to do so much in the movie because of his age and stuff.
True that.
When you watch like the animated, oh, he's bad.
Now, I will say this: I'm not good at remembering the title of these Star Wars. Like the one when Luke, he's an older man now.
The last 3 that just came out.
No, well, he disappeared like at the end.
Yeah, that sucked. That was
what was the name of that one?
Stupid.
It wasn't Star Wars stupid.
It was Star Wars stuck on stupid.
I think you might have some fans out there that might be offended.
Oh, not one. Not one.
So everybody agrees with
that.
Oh,
it's agreed that the direction they went in on these last 3 without George Lucas was awful.
Okay.
It was stupid.
Well, I think
stupido.
Well, how about we move on to something else, Theo?
Marvel action.
Good stuff.
I like, the first couple of phases until the end to Endgame was really good. I enjoyed Loki. I enjoyed Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I couldn't get into that.
I did.
I saw the fight scene where Captain America was getting thrilled, and I was like, man, this is depressing. He's
Captain America was getting thrilled?
Yeah, he was getting thrilled by the guy that could catch his shield and throw it right back at him.
Oh, that's Captain America Civil War. I mean, Captain America Winter Soldier. I'm talking about Falcon.
Okay,
when he became Captain America. He got the shield. Cap was already gone.
Okay.
This is after Endgame.
Excuse me, folks. I was on another one.
He don't know. He don't know. I know.
Now, what I will say is we'll jump from that to say, what is it?
Why didn't get to go into all some of the bad stuff that they're doing with these new shows? But it's okay.
Well, you can go into that, but we just at least talk about the movie.
Yeah, sure. Which one?
Well, Ultron. What is it? Ultron?
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yes, that was a good one for me. I really like that one right there.
Civil War is one of my favorite ones. Winter Soldier was good because that's when Black Panther first came in.
Which was good. Which was really good. Now, I will say this. I really... of
course, Endgame and
that's why
Infinity War.
Yeah, now that...
Brilliant.
Now, here's the thing.
Bravo.
Yeah. I didn't like how they let my man Hulk go out like that.
That's a problem.
Hulk, you got smashed.
And I get it. They don't own the rights. Sony still owns the right to Hulk. They just get to use him in the movies, blah, blah, blah. You ain't have to do that to that fella like that.
That man got punished.
If anybody could run with Thanos, it was the Hulk.
That period.
Y'all allowed Cap to run with him, which I get it. He had the hammer and all that. Awesome scene, by the way.
The hammer?
But, when he grabbed the hammer and the shield and started whooping Thanos.
So he had Thor's hammer?
Yeah.
And he had his shield?
You didn't see the movie?
I did, but I might have stepped out.
One of the great. You remember he was whooping and stomping Thor out? And then all of a sudden Thor's hammer comes up and you think Thor's hammer's coming to save Thor. But no, it went past him, went to Cap. Cap had the shield and he had the hammer. Started swirling it. Boom! Uppercutted him. Hit him with the shield. Threw the shield. Shield bounced back. Hit that shield with the hammer. Wrong lightning down. Boom! It was awesome.
Okay.
It was awesome.
I'm still going back to Hulk. How they let Hulk go out like that. Yeah. They let Hulk.
But at least he snapped everybody back.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
And then they gave him the shriveled arm, which I didn't like that because Hulk has, between him and Wolverine, they got the best healing factors in all of Marvel. He should have healed back.
But they didn't allow that.
No.
You're going to leave man with... How you going to be big and green with the shriveled hand?
Listen, they allowed Thanos to snap twice.
Not once.
Twice. Hulk did it once. He was almost out of it, crippled. Iron Man did it once. He died. Thanos did it twice.
Now,
and then made some soup.
I didn't like the fact that they had to let my man go ahead and bite the dust at the end. You know,
it made for a great movie moment.
It did. Now it's
very powerful.
As a tearjerker, if y'all sensitive out there, and the movie been out, so
the whole movie,
it can't be a spoiler alert.
The whole movie was like that though. When Black Widow died and Tony died, then at the end when Cap was old and he gave old boy the shield, and then it ended with him and old girl dancing.
Because he was from the 1950s or something like that originally, 1930s or something like that.
No, we gotta go back further. You know, it was World War II, so it was like 1940s.
Well, okay, so but he was old. He was from back there.
Yeah, Cap was. Yeah, he's from back in the day.
And so I was like, man,
like our grandparents back in the day.
Yeah, but his age he had to be about what? Over 100?
No.
You mean to tell me he wasn't over 100?
No.
When he went back? Well, he should have been.
He went over. Put it this way. My grandmother was born in 1925.
Okay.
She will be 98 this year.
Okay, but Cat was old, though. Cat was old.
He went into the military at 18, 19.
Yeah, but...
So that means he was born in around 1920s and 30s, so he would have been around the same age as my grandmother to date.
Okay. So
maybe younger.
But Cat, but when he went back, though, he went back as a young boy?
Oh, he went back as wherever he came out of the ice at. So he went in the ice at about early 20s. He came out the ice at early 20s. Went back to the year when old girl was still alive. Mm-hmm. Where they took Tony's dad was still alive. So that was like the 60s, 70s.
I thought that's how he was able to dance.
Now you add another 50. So he would have been like 70, 80 when he was sitting on.
Are y'all doing the math out there? I mean, because
and this is rough draft math, but it's pretty close. It's gonna be pretty accurate.
Almost. You know what? I want to say something, but it has nothing to do with
movies,
action.
What does that do?
John Amos.
What he do?
Turned 103.
Did he?
I don't know if that's true or not. They say he's the world's oldest actor, still alive.
Wow.
Mr. Amos, if you 103, hey.
If you 103, you ain't never gonna see this.
Yeah, what?
And if you do, you probably won't remember it tomorrow.
Well, I tell you, this fella here is terrible. Mr. Amos, I know you still got a couple of knuckles you can throw on that man, but we don't promote violence around here. But so now we talk about action movies. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about comedy action.
Comedy action.
Comedy action.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop, a classic movie.
1 and 2.
One of Eddie Murphy's classic.
Yeah.
Classical movies.
1 and 2.
I like
Rush Hour 1 and 2.
Nothing like his kind. Eddie Murphy is a brilliant actor.
Eddie Murphy is number one. Period. Point blank.
I mean, who can really
argue with it? You can't argue with it.
No.
The numbers won't let you.
And I also like 48 Hours.
Oh, yeah.
And another 48 Hours.
Nolte.
Yeah.
Nick Nolte was in The Mandalorian, which is a part of the Star Wars stories on Disney+.
Just a little side note.
Yeah, a little side note on the action. On the action.
For free.
Yeah. A little Frito-Lay.
But you... And like you said, Rush Hour, you can't leave none of those out. 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
Great action. Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan, great combination.
There's so many comedy action movies, man. I could keep going, but there's some newer ones that I've watched here lately. The one with Adam Sandler and
Jen Aniston.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mystery Murder.
Man, I like Mystery Murder.
Yeah, that's 1 and 2. I've yet to see 2.
Ouch.
I've yet to see 2, but I'm going to see it, so don't spoil it.
But it's good, man. They're very entertaining, man. But there's a lot of movies out there as far as comedy action that I'm like, a lot of what The Rock did with Kevin Hart.
Also,
like, was it CIA or?
Yep, it was CIA. Also, comedy action. This is a great duo right here.
Bill and Ted.
The Other Guys.
With Mark Wahlberg? Yeah. That was pretty good.
And I was trying to think, Will Ferrell. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another one right there. Those are some good movies.
There's a lot of good action movies.
It is. Like Police Academy.
Police Academy is classic.
Police Academy is great.
The music they played every time they went into that club, to this day, cracks me up. Oh my goodness! Oh, classic. Oh, that's classic, boy.
Have you been trying to find out who that is, who plays that?
Nah, it's just hilarious. Every time I think about Police Academy, I think of that and Winslow. What's his real last name?
Oh,
makes all the sound effects.
Oh, Michael.
Yeah,
That whatever that guy is. Michael Winslow.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, he was awesome. I don't know nobody who can pull that stuff off like he can. You just give him a mic and he can make anything. He can make it sound like chitlins boiling.
Why chitlins?
I don't know. That's just thick.
I smelled it. I smelled the chitlins. We were talking about them.
But Last Dragon.
Oh, come on.
Last Dragon. I mean,
so box office wise, it wasn't that big of a success, but the fandom that's behind it, like to this day, they have all these like Comic-Con and stuff. They'll have the Last Dragon people there, and they still people loving them.
I love them.
That's I was one of my favorites growing up.
You know, we lost two of the stars of the show.
Yeah,
Vanity, and I can't think of the guy's name.
And he played in a lot of movies, man.
He did.
I didn't realize how much, he did until I looked at his IMDb and I was like, wow, he did a lot of stuff after Last Dragon.
You know what? If we can, we'll pull up his real name. It'll be on the screen. Mm-hmm. Show his picture and everything. But I mean,
sure enough.
That's right. That's right. Tear that chicken-hearted son of yours.
And you talking about Vanity.
Yeah, and
talking about as a youngster, Vanity.
Well,
Apollonia.
That Apollonia wasn't in the action movie.
Sheila E.
She wasn't in that.
I'm just talking about the actresses of that day.
I was talking about Shaft.
And I never knew. I always forgot her name, but the Hispanic girl that played on Breaking 2.
I don't know, but we'll find out.
I would have been dancing on the ceiling too.
Yeah, hey, listen. We're going to find out the name. We'll get her name posted up with her picture. See if she's still alive.
She's still alive, but she never did any other movies or nothing.
She probably, she probably didn't want to act no more.
Yeah.
After that.
Which some people don't like
all that dancing, but that's all right.
Yeah. Some people like that. They don't want to do nothing else after that.
Now, we were talking about, would you consider Breaking an action movie?
No.
No, that's just dancing.
No, that's just dancing. Even though it's combat.
Let me take you back in the day as far as like we're talking about just straight action though. Commando. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So his whole catalog. Predator.
Yeah.
Commando.
Yeah.
Spy. Was it Spies?
Yep.
With Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yep. I was gonna say Spies Like Us, but that's comedy.
I almost said that. I almost said Spies Like Us.
That's Dan Aykroyd.
But that's a classic.
That absolutely.
And Chevy Chase.
Don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on that. And I know.
Do you remember Strange Brew?
Now who played in that?
Rick Moranis and I can't remember the other guy's name.
Strange Brew. That doesn't sound familiar. At
the end, he drank all. He got stuck inside the beer thing, and he drank all the beer, and he was real big, and he had to pee.
Nah, I don't remember that. But
Strange Brew was a class that used to come on HBO all the time. Hilarious.
I got one for you.
What's that?
Boy, now you know about. I can't. Well, it's scary. But what I'm about to say is not scary, but as far as action goes. But do you remember this movie called Saturday the 14th?
No.
It's
Negativo.
It was a spoof.
Sounds like a B movie.
Old school spoof
B-rated movie.
Yeah.
Instead of Friday the 13th, it's the next day.
It's Saturday the 14th. Yeah. And it's crazy. The coach ate this woman. You know what I'm saying? It was like I said.
If you want to talk about crazy stuff, it was one where they were in a bowling alley, stuck in a bowling alley, and this thing was in there. I don't know, it was like a goblin or whatever, or alien, whatever. But then he like rolls the dude's head down and tries to get a strike with it, and it goes in the gut. He said, good ahead.
Okay.
In the 80s, it was hilarious.
I don't think I saw that.
I can't remember the name of it, but it was one of those B movies. Just like Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
No.
You never saw that one? Where they had to pop the nose to kill him? The 80s, baby. The 80s.
Hey, this brother right here, he's been watching some movies. he got me on that. And this, well, we didn't say the segment is called movies, but
yeah,
I
Howard the Duck.
I watched Howard the Duck. Now, that was good. I like that.
It had the horrible reviews though. It made no money at the box office.
I like.
But it was entertaining. To me, it was entertaining.
I watched on HBO. Every time it came on, I watched it.
Same here. Me too.
Now I want to go and let's jump over to a little bit straight action. Still like Bruce Lee.
Bone and Stone, Blood and Bone.
Michael Jai White.
Ooh, that's a bad movie.
That was a great movie. He beat the brakes off what's the big champion? He's a real
and he would do that in real life too. Cause that dude ain't have no win.
But Michael Jai White, that guy's the real deal right there. He really knows his stuff.
Yep. Enter the Dragon.
Yeah. I want to say something. Rest in peace.
Oh, Jackie Chan stuff.
Kimbo Slice.
Yeah.
That brother right there was the truth. He was a street brawler. You can look up his videos. He fighting people in the backyard in the street. Knuckle. And, he did, and then he went to UFC and all that stuff. But I'm telling you, that action right there, that's some good stuff. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm sorry, what was it you just belted out?
Which one?
I was saying Kimbo, but you were saying something.
Enter the Dragon?
Enter the Dragon. Great movie, great action. Bruce Lee.
Said all the Jackie Chan stuff.
Yeah, all of them. I'm talking about
Drunken Master.
You took that right out of my face because I was so thinking about
was the one Rumble in the Bronx?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, so many. I used to watch growing up in the 80s, we had this thing called Kung Fu Sunday on USA.
Yeah, what the?
Oh man. And they would show all the classic old karate movies that were made in Hong Kong. Oh,
I'd like to.
5 Fingers of Death.
See, you just took another one out there. What about you may know what I'm talking about. I may not be saying the title right, but it had the character on there was like his style was the crane.
There was a lot of movies where their style was the crane.
Well, I mean, this was the actual I guess. I can't call it the number one movie.
Now, I know the one with Jackie Chan. The Drunken Master. He was doing the drunken stuff. He did the crane. He did a couple of things in that movie.
Okay, well, listen. If you can go back, if you can pull up some old kung fu theater, came on the USA
Shaolin
Network.
Monk?
36 Chambers.
Yeah, 36 Chambers.
Crazy stuff, but crazy good in action too. Now you might not understand what they're saying.
Venoms.
Because it might be like. But
it's still worth it. It's worth it. Anybody who loves classic karate films. I mean, right now, I guess one of the ones that shocked me that was really great that was like redone. Was it 2000? Maybe 90 between 96 and 2000. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
You know what? I was just demonstrating how as he was talking. My lips wasn't matching nothing he was saying. That's just what you're gonna get.
I can do it myself.
Chinese.
I can talk and make my lips move different. I just don't want to do it.
He's gifted. Okay, but yeah, yeah. That's how Crouching Tiger started out. But they had a lot of great effects.
Speaking of action today, because Michelle Yeoh was in the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She was in Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, which just came out last year, and won all those Oscars, and she won an Oscar.
Tell me the name of that movie because I think
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Great movie.
I think I need to check that out, folks. I know we're talking about movie, we're talking about action. I haven't seen everything. That's why I'm talking about the things I have seen. But I can say Creed is a good movie.
He's slipping.
Creed is a good movie.
1, 2, or 3.
1, 2, and 3. I like 1, 2, and 3. If you like the best, I like 2 because I really like how the story was about.
And we all know how the story goes.
It's like that. But I really like 2. 2 was really, really like it was like you had to come with it.
That's special. It still had Rocky in it too.
Ivan Drago's son, he wasn't playing.
Wow.
The boy was a beast. The boy, you see what he did to Creed, Adonis.
Well,
he hit him in them ribs.
Yes, sir.
Put him down, and then
Chimichangas.
That's
Deadpool classic. That's a good action movie.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
1 and 2 was good.
Maximum effort. I like witty people, man. Like Tony Stark's character, Doctor Strange. He gets witty and stuff. Deadpool, of course. A lot of what Ryan Reynolds does is witty.
A lot of
funny.
sarcasm.
Oh
all
man,
that
I love it.
And it comes in at the right time.
Yeah.
It's like it's perfect timing when it's used. I mean, you just gotta, but you have to understand that type of humor as well.
Stop trying to make Thor funny. Thor is not a funny. Make it serious and action packed. I keep dropping the ball on Thor, man.
About these series that they come out with?
Oh, the Thor movies, man.
Well,
the last one was ridiculous.
Okay, well they
had the God Butcher in there, which is a huge arc in Marvel, and this dude is bad and all the stuff he did, and it was just made to like a laughing stock.
Okay, well let me ask you about when Thor and Hulk had to collide, in that, I guess you call it arena.
I didn't like that because that came from World War Hulk. Well, no, it came from Planet Hulk, where the Hulk was actually the one in Thor's position, and he was fighting. And at the end, he had to fight. In the comic book, he had to fight Silver Surfer at the end. But in the comic and in the animated series, he had to fight Beta Ray Bill, which is the guy that got Thor's powers and has he actually had the axe that Thor has now was actually smaller, like his hammer, and that's what Beta Ray Bill had.
Now,
Stormbreaker.
In that movie, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, that character. He was supposed to play.
Who was he supposed to be? That's what I was going to ask you.
He's supposed to be So in the original, it's a prince from this race that invaded that planet and took over. So it's like these things attacked the planet. He came, destroyed all those things, and the people were like, "Oh, he's our king. He fulfilled the prophecy." Blah blah blah. Not realizing he's the one who caused that to happen, to come down to stop it, to make people. Yeah.
So it just really just set him up with a mind cycle.
Yeah, but then when the Hulk came, and then like the Hulk's blood would hit the ground, then stuff would start growing. And then they realized he's actually the one that the prophecy was about, was the Hulk. So the Hulk ended up whooping him and taking over the planet, marrying the woman who was whooping the Hulk. She had powers too.
So the Hulk got married.
Mm-hmm. And had a kid. I was about to say Savage.
We're talking about comic book storyline, right? Or,
yeah, but
okay, because I'm saying the movies they didn't
exactly. They messed all of it up.
Yeah, that's
because
terrible.
they
that's terrible.
There's so much they could have did in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Thor and the Hulk that they didn't do because they didn't have the rights to the Hulk.
Well, I guess even when you're doing movies and things of that nature, that you definitely want to make sure you got all. You gotta
try to stick to the source material as much as possible. If you change some things, that's fine, but don't stray so far away from it that the people who grew up with it are like, man, what are y'all doing? Because we're the main consumers of this stuff. Because I grew up reading the comics.
So now I wasn't big on the comics, but if I saw one, I would, pick it up, take a look through it.
And then put it back.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I might read a little bit of the storyline. I'm not one to say I read it from cover to cover. No.
The golden age of comics was... See, a lot of stuff happened like in the 60s and 70s. But the golden age was like that 80s to mid-90s. I'll say about mid-80s to mid-90s, man, was...
Good stuff. So
action.
So exactly what he just said. That's what we're ending on, and that's what we were talking about. Action movies that presented all types of action.
There's so many we've missed.
So many.
I would love to talk about. We can go to like RoboCop.
You know what? I think that
who's the best Superman?
Well, when you mean like role playing or just like
all the movies and everything, who's the best Superman?
I'm always still say Christopher Reeves. Christopher Reeves, yeah. Rest in peace, Christopher Reeves.
Who's number 2?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with what I know, and that's Dean.
Dean Cain?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Dean. I think he did a pretty good job.
Lois and Clark, Dean Cain?
Yeah. I think he did a pretty good job. Why would you knock that fella like that?
I ain't knock nothing.
I know you ain't verbally say it, but in your mind and your looks, you knocking that fella.
Everybody out there did the same thing.
Well,
because everybody know Henry Cavill.
Okay, well listen,
Henry Cavill.
You talking about the guy that just played the recent
Christopher Reeves, Henry Cavill. Everybody else. I even go with Old Boy from Smallville before Dean Cain.
All right, well look,
because Smallville was good and he played that role real good, and he reminded me of Christopher Reeves.
Well, I tell you what,
then Dean Cain would be number 4 on my list.
I tell you what, we're gonna end on that note, but we will come back with a part 2 with
we ain't even talk about Spider-Man either.
We will get into all that.
Who's the best Batman?
You gotta save
Who's
some.
the best Batman?
Save some for that. I dare not say Ben Affleck.
Please don't.
But I will say
some furniture in here.
I will say, I think George Clooney made a decent one.
George Clooney?
Yeah, I think he made a pretty decent.
That's worse than Ben Affleck.
It's in your opinion, but
no, it's in everybody's opinion.
Oh man, come on! See, that's why we have.
You might as well say Val Kilmer.
No.
How you gonna say George Clooney?
I would just put somebody in the suit that wasn't even in there at all. I would say Morgan Freeman.
Man,
but I ain't gonna do that. But I'll just say this: look,
but there's one Batman that was so good they bringing him back for this next Flash movie.
Michael Keaton.
Yes, sir.
I remember Mike Keaton. He was the first Batman. He did a good one.
And then Old Boy from the Dark Knight trilogy.
I don't know who that was. With Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Okay, yeah. I lied. I'm sorry.
He knows some stuff.
So yeah, yeah.
That's
so, but listen, on part 2, we will come back because there's so much we haven't covered. It's a whole. I mean, that's just one area of music. We're talking about action. That's a.
We ain't even talk about John Clark.
You keep bringing stuff. Part 2. That's what we're gonna do. So again, like I said, we're gonna get up out of here. So I'm Big D. This is Scott Gash. This is my producer, my friend, my not classmate, but schoolmate. And we're going to get up out of here.
In Grizzlies.
Yeah. So I'm going to end it. I'm still going to end it the same way I ended my last segment. I'm ending my same way. I'm going to give you the benediction and I'm going to let you go. And I may the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Instant transmission.
So you're going to have a disappearing act when you're going to be able to disappear out of there when you